It's August 10th, 2012, and we're with Sarah Owen, the proud owner of a Mitsubishi Diamante. Sarah, tell us your story.
Oh well, I had a Hyundai Sonata that broke down, and I had no transportation at all, no one to help get me where I needed to go to get my mother to the hospital for her surgery, and I got a 12-year-old daughter that has things that I had to do for her also. My cousin told me about Frank Myers, how he knew a girl who helped get her into a car with a little money down. So I went on the website. In order to go on the website to see the vehicles, you have to put in your name and your phone number and your email, and I did. And I think it was a day or two later, I got a phone call from a lady named Jennifer who said I qualified for little money down. Well, she said no money down, and that's what I needed because my income is so low, and because I'm struggling going to college, and I'm on disability, so it was really imperative that I have low payments, and no money down was just going to be awesome. So after looking for a month for a vehicle that I could afford, and everybody wants outrageous prices.
So you went a month without driving?
I went a month without driving.
Until you heard from us?
Yeah.
And you've been going through a lot of things over the last couple of months, haven't you?
Yes. I lost my father. That was really tough.
Yeah, I know it was.
So, because he was my best friend.
Right.
And
so your uncle brought you up here too, didn't he?
Yes.
They were real close, right?
Yes. And so my uncle brought me up here, and we looked at some vehicles. Well, we did the paperwork, and then I needed a cosigner, and my mom was going to co-sign with me. The thing was, she had surgery a week ago, back surgery, so it was going to be hard to get her up here.
Right.
So, out of frustration and just a long day of going through the paperwork and all the things, we couldn't make anything happen that day.
But you were approved, right?
I was approved.
Okay,
yes.
So you were approved the first day you came up.
Yes, I was approved, but I needed $1,000 down.
Oh, $1,000 down. Okay,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, so we left and went home, and then the next day is when you called and said that you had a car, had me approved, with no money down. I just needed the money for the taxes and all the paperwork.
The doc fees and the insurance you needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I couldn't get up here that day.
Right.
And
and that car got sold, didn't it?
The car got sold.
Oh, right out from under you.
Yes. So the next morning, though, we were up here at, I think, 10 o'clock.
Right.
And you told me you had bad news and good news.
Uh-oh.
And the car had been sold, but y'all had got some more cars in, and so you were going to put me in one that day. And you did. You did. You put me in a car, and I'm driving.
So you went from having no car, no transportation for a month, with all these things happening in your life, to the circumstances in your life, to getting an email from going online at Frank Myers Auto, getting the call from our business development representative, right?
Right.
Telling you that you could do it with little or no money down, came up, eventually got it done with little or no money down. Actually, no money down, just paid the taxes and the insurance fees and the document fees, and now you're driving. So is it true to say, who rides?
Everybody rides.
Everybody rides. Thank you so much for your story.
And I appreciate it so much, because I really was devastated that day. That I felt total devastation.
You emailed the owner, didn't you?
Yes, I did. And
frustrated.
I was frustrated, but I didn't email him to get anybody in trouble. I emailed him to tell him that how he could, just doing what they did is a good thing. Don't get me wrong, but it totally pulled the last little bit of hope I had out from under me, and I felt I'm responsible for my mom. I'm responsible for my daughter, and that was it. That I felt total. Everything was gone.
Sarah, we're so glad we could help you, and we're so glad you're riding, and it's a true success story, and that's why we're doing this today.
It is, and I appreciate it so much.
Well, we appreciate you as a customer, because truly everybody should ride. I think everybody deserves to drive a newer, nicer car, and that's what we're trying to do here at Frank Myers, and just spread the word for us.
Oh, yes.
And anybody you know that wants a car, bring them up here. Ask them to talk to any of the non-commissioned sales pros, and we'd be glad to help.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. That's awesome.